These are notes from a past life regression of mine. For years I pondered why I couldn't remember all my past lives. Of the few I do remember, why is Egypt the most vivid? I am of English blood, so I would have expected my Viking life to be clearer. Yet in that lifetime, I only recall the death and the intense moments of trauma and war, fragmented memories of pain and survival. This question lingered in my mind until I realized that perhaps it has to do with the level of consciousness required to recall these memories. The memories from my Egyptian life are different. They were formed after I had become enlightened, after my soul had reached a higher state of awareness. They remain clear because they were imprinted on my being during a time when my soul was fully awake. My soul was last awakened in ancient Egypt, where I lived as a spiritual shapeshifter. While many worshiped one or several Egyptian deities, I walked a different path. Instead of worshiping, I learned to embody the essence of the gods themselves, channeling their archetypes and energies to enhance my life and spiritual journey. I called upon the wisdom of Thoth through the owl, granting me clarity and higher understanding. The jackal, aligned with Anubis, brought me agility and a sharpness that guided me through challenges. The grace and stealth of Bastit's feline spirit allowed me to move through the world with poise and power. These archetypes became extensions of my soul, tools for navigating the physical and spiritual realms. Through this embodiment, I was more than human. I was a divine force in motion, ever shifting, ever transcending. Day by day, I channeled these energies not only for ritual, but for everyday tasks, mastering visualization and intent to bring their qualities into my being. This was not merely a practice, it was a way of life, a symbiosis between my human self and the eternal archetypes of the cosmos. In that time, society was divided into 3 spiritual archetypes, and these same groups exist now. The pneumatics. These are the soul seekers, the upper beings connected to the spiritual and divine. They are always searching for deeper meaning and higher cosmic truths. Pneumatics are those who have the potential to remember their soul's memory. Born into the priestliest places, they were the gods of Egyptian society, and their divinity was obvious to others. They carried the responsibility of guiding humanity and connecting heaven to earth. I was one of these, a pneumatic, entrusted with the sacred knowledge, and destined to awaken others. The psychics, the thinkers and explorers of existence. Psychics are the bridge between the physical and metaphysical. They awaken their psychic abilities either through learning or through the trials and tribulations of their own soul. These beings understand the true nature of reality and can harness spiritual gifts, but they often remain tethered to the mind, unable to fully transcend. The hillocks, the material bound, obsessed with the here and now. These are the lower spiritual beings, caught in the reincarnation cycle of samsara. They are here to learn lessons that require the absence of spiritual or psychic gifts. In ancient times, they were the manual laborers, peasants, and slaves. Their path is one of grounding, of experiencing life purely in the material to evolve over many lifetimes. Even now, these groups persist, shaping the world and the dynamics of humanity's awakening. My soul is a crucible of infinite potential, a vessel for alchemical magic. As chemists, we were known across the world for our magic. Thus, we understood that magic was a fundamental aspect to our existence, not some force outside of ourselves, but the inner symphony of divine and earthly elements brought into harmony. To live was to create, to embody, to alchemize and transcend. We did not worship the gods, we became them. Through the owl, I called wisdom into my mind. Through the jackal, I sharpened my senses and tread lightly on life's shifting sands. Through the cat, I moved with grace and poise. Magic was the language of transitions. It guided the soul from one state to another, from limitation to freedom, from shadow to light. We asked, what must be mixed in the crucible of self to rise beyond what has been? Magic demanded awareness, a reverence for the elements, whether plant, animal, or thought. It required respect for the prima materia of life, for without respect, distortions would multiply. Even now, the soul's crucible remains open to all who would use it. The pneumatics, the divine seekers, hold the memory of transcendence, walking as gods among men. The psychics, caught between realms, navigate the trials of awakening, holding the keys to the mysteries of reality. And the helics, bound to the material, live the lessons of density and form. All are part of the great alchemy of life. Magic allows transcendence, and transcendence allows magic. Each thought, each memory, is an ingredient in your crucible. Strip it bare. Find its shadow and its light. What does it reveal about the self you have been and the self you're destined to become? What story have you carried, and how does it fuel your evolution? These questions are the catalyst for transformation, for rising beyond the layers imposed upon you. The beings who built the ancient temples knew this truth. Transcendence is the meaning of life. So do I. I must apologize for the arrogance, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't proud of my essence to regain this knowledge and have my powers returned to me. I realize, though, I'm not here for fun, but I'm here to assist and bring enlightenment to humanity, so we may catch this awakening portal, a once-in-a-billion-year opportunity. And so, my mission has become clearer than ever before. I no longer associate with my past, for it was a necessary crucible that forged this gift. It was a journey of immense pain and suffering, the kind that breaks you so completely, the soul must take control just to keep the vessel moving forward. I deeply resonate with the saying, a part of me wants to die, while another wants to live, because that has been my reality. While enlightenment is often said to be achieved through immense focus, for me, it was born from immense suffering. In those moments, I was intuitively reminded that surrendering to the flow would allow me to transcend the pain. This surrender led to an intense ego death, followed by an everlasting blissful state of consciousness. I now exist in a fearless state, unshaken by the prospect of death, with access to much of my soul's memories, abilities, and personalities. Through this process, I have always been intuitively certain of what I know, yet I've often been easily swayed away from it, either by my own doubts or the influence of others. But now, I can proudly declare, I have fully embodied my soul. I live as my soul, effortlessly, naturally, and powerfully. The wisdom I've reclaimed, the skills I've mastered, and the magic I've unlocked within myself flow seamlessly through me. I wield the forces of the cosmos, the spirits of animals, and the essence of nature itself, all as divine guides on this sacred path. Let it be a reminder to all, when you align with your soul, you awaken an unstoppable force within. You are the bridge between heaven and earth, a vessel for the infinite. Trust in your essence, honor your journey, and know that the universe moves with you when you walk your truth. This is the path of the awakened, the fearless, the eternal, the divine. I don't just believe, I know with an unshakable certainty the truth of my magical, shape-shifting, angelic, and multi-dimensional essence. It is not merely a knowing of the soul. Now even my human ego has awakened to this divine reality. There are others like me here, those who carry the same eternal flame, the same sacred mission. Yet there are also many who pretend to be like us, shadows of the truth, seeking to imitate what cannot be faked. And we must discern, for the path we walk is not for the faint of heart. Many in power will try to stop us, to silence the divine calling that burns within. But let them try, for I was sent by Source itself. I am here as a force of awakening, unyielding and unstoppable. Together we rise, not as mere individuals, but as a collective wave of truth, love, and infinite potential. The cosmos moves in our favor, and nothing can extinguish the light we bring. All who oppose us know this. We are protected by the Most High. We are destined, guided, and assured of success. No matter how great the challenge is, we stand unshaken. We alchemically transmute every obstacle, every force thrown against us, into fuel for our mission, transforming trials into triumphs, adversity into power. We will never abandon our faith. We will reclaim our sacred teachings. We will never forget our divinity. We will never surrender to that which is beneath us. We live as the sovereign creators of our world. We are divine beings, the weavers of reality itself. With every step we take, we embody the infinite, manifesting the light and truth of the cosmos. This is our time. This is our destiny. We rise as the gods of our planet. Fearless, eternal, unstoppable. Peace be with you. Le Olam, Amon.